blowing winged spheres into the air. Pirates. To end her first song, she pointed toward the sky and launched colorful flames that left and hugged him tight, leaving the entire. Closely, she realized it was Luffy. She ran up, and the crooks thought he was part of the plan. But when Uta looked at him, swung onto the stage like Tarzan, an audience shocked. How the hell did they know each other? Fans in the never got introduced. Luffy crowd couldn't believe it. The fifth emperor of the sea told them to chill, because Uta was actually Shanks' daughter. The crowd lost it. Everyone was stunned. How could that be true? Especially since Shanks once attacked this very other pirate. Even Nami and Chopper and Upper joined in to protect Uta, and Jinbe rode in surfing on a water whale. Frankie sucker punched Oven, while Luffy flattened the rest with white. But then Uta raised her hand and told everyone to stop. She thanked the Straw Hats for helping, but said the battle was over. Nami argued that again, this time using her powers. Flowered everyone. Golden armor formed on her body. This concert will be eternal. The show will never end. The audience screamed with excitement, not realizing she meant that literally. She declared that neither pirates, marines, nor even the world government would stop her, and if they tried, there'd be consequences. Meanwhile, across the world, the 5 elders were watching the broadcast. They were shocked to learn that Shanks actually had a daughter, and started wondering if she was also part of the mysterious Figureland family. There's even a theory that Shanks could be a descendant of a celestial dragon named Garling Figureland. Could he be a secret noble, or the real villain of One Piece? The elders feared something called Tot Musica, saying that if it ever awakened, the world would be doomed. Even Akainu was sweating, while Kizaru joked that Uta was just a kid. But Akainu told him not to underestimate her, especially to send every available ship to investigate. Uri stepped in, furious and protective of his sister Brule. The Straw Hats, meanwhile, were enjoying paradise. Zoro was sipping booze, Nami wanted Uta to make her some infinite treasure, and Sanji found a weird Uta's power, and he said she'd always had a killer singing voice. Right then, Uta appeared again, asking if until Makino had to step in and stop them before they choked. So, back in the because apparently, that was a serious competition. Day, Shanks told everyone to chill and let the kids play. Luffy would always start off strong, but somehow Uta would pull a sneaky move. What happened? The captain told him not to worry. Uta had left the crew. No, living there forever wasn't really an option. Uta didn't like that answer. She hit a high note and blasted Nami across the arena. Sanji tried to rush to her, but he got caught too. Uta then shouted to the crowd that she'd found more pirates trying to ruin the show, and everyone started cheering. She began dancing and singing again, whipping the audience into a frenzy. Zoro didn't care that she was Luffy's childhood friend. He said if she kept this up, he'd cut her down. And I'm kidding when she said the concert would last forever, because Luffy wasn't like that, but it was too late. She hit Luffy with a wave of seawater, but admitted that Uta was way too powerful to beat head-on. Uta laughed at them, until suddenly, she realized they were gone. In their place was a giant stone block. You already know what that means. Room. Shambles. Law had teleported them out of there. Uta was furious, realizing there were other pirates hiding among the crowd. Law had warped them onto a bridge, where Bartolomeo started teasing him, saying he was just watching the concert because he liked K-pop. Law said, hell no, I'm just keeping an eye on her because she's dangerous. He warned them that if they didn't figure out Uta's ability soon, they were screwed. Luffy just grinned, saying, relax, I've already beaten her 184 times. But speak of the devil, Uta suddenly appeared above them again. They tried to run. She summoned a floating circus to chase them down. Meanwhile, Kobe and another sword agent were undercover in the crowd, realizing their den mushy signals weren't working. Even CP0 was after Uta now, and everyone was scrambling. Bartolomeo crashed headfirst into a wall while carrying Luffy, and Law told them to hurry up and run. Soldiers were flying everywhere across the island, and that Frankenstein-looking guy from earlier showed up again, telling them to hide in his house. That man was Gordon, the former king of Elegia. Bartolomeo was shocked. He thought nobody even lived there. Law explained that Elegia used to be the greatest musical king in the world, until it was attacked by a powerful pirate and wiped out completely. To stop her. To end this madness before it was too late. Right then Beepo, yes, the polar bear, turned into a baby. Uta showed up again, asking Gordon why he was hanging around with pirates. Luffy asked her why she ever left Shanks' crew. She just smiles that crazy smile again. There's no just the Marines were the ones firing, following Akainu's orders. He coldly says it doesn't matter if some civilians die, just without sacrifice. Even he admits it's terrible to sacrifice millions just heart, looking like a cursed scarecrow. Katakuri and Sanji smashed the left leg, while Nami and Brook wrecked his stomach. Finally, with that perfect teamwork, Luffy and Shanks, the real heroes of this story, charged up for one last hit. As they attacked, Shanks remembered the day he found baby Uta crying inside a treasure chest. He sang to calm her down, just like Roger and Rayleigh once took care of him. He knew this was destiny. The two unleashed everything they had. Luffy even awakened his Gear 5, and together they obliterated the Tot Musica demon off the face of the earth. Uta apologized to Shanks, but time was running out. He told her to take the medicine and sleep, they could still save her. She started mumbling nonsense, and Shanks yelled for her to drink it. Katakuri was confused. They beat the demon, but everyone's souls were still trapped.